then see when you in that not enough, let alone stuff get behind, then you try to borrow money. And sometimes you borrowed, you can't pay it back. Or you borrowed, pay it back. Can I have it back? Oh, my. Hallelujah. Then you be tempted to write fake checks out to buy you some time. Allegedly. I'm like a lawyer now. I ain't saying you're guilty. Allegedly, you might have been tempted to do that, to write a blank check out to buy you some time. Since y'all going to look sanctimonious at me like that. And then got to run to the bank to put that money in. And I ain't talking about no error in the bank. You knew when you wrote it. You writing out a $100 check knowing you got $2 in there. Oh, my. I don't know if this ever happened to you. I don't know if they still do that. When your phone get cut off. I tried to call you. What was that? My phone acting up. See, because with the phone company, they used to just disconnect it and be off. Then when they're off, they go through the thing. It's being checked for trouble. See, and that kind of didn't sound too bad. It's being checked for trouble. So then if somebody call you when it's back on, they say, I tried to call. They say, yeah, it was acting up. It was checking for trouble. And only another person who knew who had their phone ever turned off will really know you lying. Oh, let me get off of that one. Look at somebody say, that's the land of not enough. Then there's the land of just enough. And it's just what it is, just enough, just for your for and no more. You know, in other words, after you do what you got to do, you ain't got nothing left. There's no surplus. There's no overage. There's no extra when just enough. You don't have nothing to store up, to put away, nothing. It's just enough. But the sad thing with that is just enough is not good enough. Because all it takes is one little thing of with that just enough and you'll be back in the not enough. I don't know if that's ever happened. Yeah, just enough. Oh, okay. He's able to pay your bill. Then something unexpected happened. Now you can't do it. Then now it's then pulled you back into not enough. And you all know sometimes when you get so far behind, it is hard to play catch up. See, I'm giving you kind of real life so you can, you know. It is. It'd be hard to catch up when you get behind. And then if you're not careful, then you'll get so used to being behind. Like somebody right now, everything behind. You just used to behind. Some of y'all are like, move on, Reverend, move on, Reverend. So just enough is not good enough. Because even with just enough, you can't help anybody else. You know, and I've seen this happen. This even used to happen to me some time ago. And I've seen folks do this. They have good hearts. Now, you don't have enough. And then you try to help somebody. Now, you in a bind. See, because then you try to give some, especially you try to loan somebody, you loan them that, and then you say, you know, I need this back on the 10th. I got. And then for whatever reason, they can't pay you back on the 10th. Now you in trouble. Hallelujah. I think I taught this several times before, dealing with financial increase. You got to have wisdom of things. I know your heart is good. You know, that's why you're working at this, so you can have abundance, so you can be a blessing to others. But until then, see, then we do some things, and then we be blaming a devil in my face. There ain't no devil. You know, if you are not enough, just enough, you don't have enough to give to anybody else. And then I know we get spiritual. And then when you do that, then you try to turn it into a seed, and it ain't no seed. And then when you don't get no harvest on it, then you saying this stuff don't work. I think I hit something with that one because everybody's stunned now. And it's not saying your heart is not right nor good. Yeah, you love to give. You know, let's be honest with you. Don't play the religious game. If you ain't barely making it yourself, you ain't got nothing to give to nobody. If my rent behind, I can't help you pay your rent. This ain't part of the message. This was down the line, but since I'm there, I'm working. You know, you can't, and watch that loaning money out to folk. I've seen family member relationships just torn apart over $5. Loan $5, I need the $5, and then pay the $5 back. Person ducking, man. I've seen people in church not come to church because they owe somebody in church money. I ain't talking about out here. This used to happen back on Arlington. Wink, wink. You can't do that. You know, if you don't have enough, I don't have it. And the thing is, you got to be careful about lending, because I said in the first service, you got to have more than enough to be a lender. You know, if you ain't got enough, how you can't loan something to somebody, then what if they don't pay you back? See, until you have it to give. See, and I'm telling you, I have seen folks really, and then they try to turn it into a seed. Now they are on real hard times, and they got their hand out. I didn't help so many people, and it wasn't a seed. You shouldn't have did that. Hallelujah. You don't do that. You don't take your rent money. To be honest, that goes against your character. You don't take your rent money that you owe somebody and then give it to somebody else. Because that rent money, technically, it ain't your money. It's the rent man money. Now, I know we say, well, whatever. Well, when you start owning something and somebody paying you rent, you don't want them to do you like that. Okay, let me get to what I prepared, because that just, man, it got quiet in this Catholic church on that. But I'm trying to help you. See, a lot of things, it's just an adjustment and some wisdom. And it's not saying that you're not good in your heart or you don't, But sometimes we can make bad decisions. And then we have to deal with the consequence. And it ain't no devil involved, because the devil attacking and I didn't gave this and I didn't help it. No, it ain't that. That's why really, and I'll get into it later down there, because I'm going to be on this a little while throughout the month. That's why it's so important as a child of God, you be sensitive to God, and you even hear God in your giving. That's one of the things we've been trying to teach here for years and years, about you hearing God concerning your giving. So you know the voice of God. When opportunities come even to be a blessing to somebody, you got to hear God on that. See, because don't get emotionally moved by needs.